Alrighty. Good morning. Okay. Okay. Hey, Arlene. I got new dyes yesterday, so I have to run them now to see if they actually work, because sometimes they don't. That is something that I have found with Temu. Their prices are good, but it does not mean that their stuff always works. Get a cookie tool real quick. Okay. These actually cut, but there's no backs for them. So you have to put it on white paper and do some artistic stuff. So, but it does cut, so that's cool. Okay. There's no tiny pieces. Oh, what else? We got this one. And I got this one to cut for, I'm going to do an Alice in Wonderland pack. And I saw this one and I was like, gotta have that, gotta have Chesh. So it cuts out and releases really nice. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. That'll work. Okay. I like that one. Not a whole lot of tiny pieces. Oh, okay. This one, I'm going to be doing, my slides. I'm going to be doing them in multiple sizes. I think I already have this size. I do. So this one I'm going to put away, not use it. Right? And then there's this one, which I was kind of hoping to add to the pocket pack, but it's really huge. So it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Like absurdly large. That's absurdly large. But we're still going to see if it cuts. Yeah, it's always nice when something works the way it's supposed to, you know? That piece. Take this piece. Like, I might still be able to use that. But the base, I think, is going to be huge. I'm going to put it together and we'll see. All right. Let's get some scraps. Okay. Cut this piece and we'll cut this piece. And that piece. I always give it a fair shake. I put it through and then I run it back. This one, this one. All right, just whacking that one. They all come out. Well, that's kind of cool. I like that. Not sure what I'd use it for, but I like it. Okay, put that over there. We haven't cut that piece yet. We cut this piece. Let's take a look at it. Well, that came out clean. I don't know what it's going to be good for, but, you know, what the hell? We got it, right? This piece. Now, if this did what I think it did, then that might be where this piece comes in. Oh, it did. Yeah. Yeah, so you have a slot here, and it's like a little slide pocket, and you glue that part down and this part down, and then you can slide the card in and out. I like this one. We're going to add that. Okay. We're going to add that one to our pockets. All right, now we need a really big piece of paper. Just whack it. Right, yeah. All right. So we are going to attempt this one. We'll see how it comes out. Okay, we aren't. I am. Technically. Get that out of the way. All right, once through. And then back. Okay. Well, it came out real easy. That's the pocket. All right, let's get another piece of cardstock. This is heavier, so I want to see if it works. Okay, and that in there. Drop this on there. Do it up here at the end. Okay, we're still on paper. All right. That came out clean too. All righty then. Get this out of the way. I really do like this. I don't know why. It's kind of stupid. But I'll take it and add it to my structure. You know, we'll see how it works. All right. So this big behemoth. I'm not sure I like the perforated score lines on it, to be honest. Just in being honest. That always scares me because I'm always worried that, over time it'll tear. So, we would like some glue if you don't mind. There, glue bottle. I have to give it this, though. This is a very wide flap. The matchup's not great. Put that back in there. Oh, well, we're going to do this. Let's do this part. I'm not going to ink anything because we're not really using this for anything. Now, I suppose you could just glue around the outside of this and make it a secondary pocket. This is too small for this. Just way too small. It does not line up. Not real pleased with this one. It's got an overhang here and here. And so it doesn't line up on the sides right. Now, maybe if I put those around the back, that might work better. I don't know. We'll try it the other way later and see how it works. Not pleased with this one. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to put all these pieces away real quick. And the penguins are cute, but you're going to have to fussy cut, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a die, Okay, and then I got this, which is just a giant stamp, with lines on it. And I thought that would be cute, like for some spots. I'd have to get rid of this part, though. I'm going to take that off. You just go in there with my razor knife and cut that out. Okay. What else did I get? So I was in Walmart the other day, and they had this, right? $5. $5. Let me get this real quick. Can't help myself. It's packaging, It's pretty good packaging. It's like cardboard. That's trashed, though. Don't these people understand our need for packaging? Oh, that's nice. Okay. We have to be the only people on the planet who get excited over paper. Hey, Kitty Jen, how you doing? So I got these. This is a rotary cutter for fabric, which I will probably use for paper, to be honest. And a new pair of scissors. We're going to see how these work. I have to tell you, sound does not... They they rub a lot. Not great quality. But I like the handles. As far as like the color, but the handles themselves are just hard plastic. Yeah, I don't think this was worth more than $5, but you know, we'll add them to the scissor collection there. When the kids come over and go, "Yeah, I haven't found scissors," I'll go use the white ones. And then I also got a really nice big stencil. It says alchemy on the top, and it has like some writing stuff. It's just a big stencil. And I got that for Amy because I thought that would be good for her jelly plate. So if you want to see that, you're going to have to watch Amy. And I have another bag coming in today. More stoof. More stoof. Because, you know, you never have enough stoof. All right. That's enough playing around. Let's do this thing, shall we? Okay. All righty. Got that. Get this. This. Okay. Okay. That's the part we're working with. Okay. So we had a page in here that we had stuck a pin in. Candy had suggested that we put ink splatter on it. So I mixed together some paint and water and then dripped it on here and poofed it. And I think she was right. I think it works. I think it works. And then I went ahead and I added this piece right here. I haven't done the center yet. So let's see where we're at with this. So we started off just putting the, you know, because this is our very first page in the journal. So we just started with this, you know. And then we have this guy, like him. And we're putting throughout the book, we're putting the, you know, names of the accused that are from Salem and otherwhere, you know, other places. Then we have a paper clip up here. And this is just a flip open. We just tucked a little journal card in there, and there's still plenty of room to write. This is lined. And then we had a little pocket here with tag in it, just a little rough paper, still plenty of room to write. Lots of room here to write. We have this one, which is just a journal card that tucks into the pocket here. And you can still write on the rest of the page. And then we have our little lady here with her familiar, and we did a little ink stamping here, which is unusual. We don't usually do ink stamp, but I found these really cool cobwebs, so we did an ink stamp. And then we have this little library pocket over here, and went ahead and put a little card in there. I tabbed this, and then there's writing space on the other side. Little pocket, couple of journal cards. I haven't completed these yet. They're just in there for space at this point. And then on the other side, we have another list of victims. We did this one in gold leaf. And then we have a little side pocket over here with another journaling card. That's the center, which we're not touching. And then we have this page, which got the ink drips on it and everything. I need to make some more small tags to go in here. And then we have this little tag that we did. And we used a border to decorate this pocket a little bit. But otherwise, still plenty of room to write here. Now, on this one, I used some photo corners. And the reason I used photo corners is so that you can still take this out. It's a journaling card, and then you're able to put it back in. Or if they want, they can move this and put a photo in. Then we did this little pad, this little notepad over here, and decorated that. And it's actually slotted into this piece. So the back is a little bit longer, and it slots in right here. And then underneath it, of course, we have a little writing space. There's a tag right here, which we haven't done anything with. It's just plain tag at this point, okay? And then when you turn this over and you lift it up, there's another tag hidden back under here. And then I went ahead and did this one. This is just a big journaling card with a corner pocket. Another victim. And this is where we're at. Oh, Arlene, that's not where you're supposed to find them. Okay, so I think we're going to do a long pocket here, you know, so let's get hello, Christine. I really want to use this. We used it in another journal and decided we didn't like it. And so I want to use it because I don't want to waste it. But I can't find what I really want to do with it yet. Okay. Let me get this out of the way real quick. Just put a new blade in the cutter, so we're going to try it. All right, let's do this at 2 3/4. And then let's see. 8 1/4. The only thing I don't like is that this catches so well. All right, that works. Get this out of here. All right, ink. No, it does need a new blade, but it takes the same blades, and this is what I like about it. It takes the same blades as most standard size rotary cutters. So it takes this size blade. It's really easy to change it out. And I buy them. I get them at Harbor Freight. For 2 blades, it's less than like $4 or $5. These are for their carpet cutter, but they're the same size as those. So I just buy those, and 2-pack for a couple of bucks is a lot cheaper than the 10 or 12 you pay in the craft store for that blade. So, and I have a little thing where I can put them in there and I can sharpen them. So it takes me a really long time to go through a blade. I mean, a really long time. Hello, Miss Candy. We took your advice, babe. Hold on, let me find it. So I took some black paint and water, and I just kind of dripped it on here and kind of blew it and then dabbed it so it looks like old ink on the page. Fantastic idea. I think it was exactly what it needed. Yeah, some of them are pricey. Have you tried these? The little guillotines? Because these, I mean, totally one-hand operation here. I'll be honest, these things, I feel like you cut 3 or 4 pieces of paper with them and they're dull. And I even buy the titanium blades, which are expensive. Oh my goodness. And they just, yeah. I'll be honest. I've got Carls, I've got guillotines, I've got every kind of Fisker's cutter they make. I even have a bypass Fisker. And I'll be honest, none of them are really that good. I always feel like no matter what, the cuts are always, if I take them from one cutter to another, they're always crooked. They all cut differently. That's kind of where I figured it out. Yeah. Like if I want it to be absolutely perfect, I just get out my rotary cutter and use my board and a ruler, and you guys have seen me do it 100 times. So all right, we're going to ink this. After we trim it a bit, it's a little wider than I think will work. That's better. Okay. Otherwise, it gets all over the place. Next thing you know, we have a huge mess. It's just... Okay. I tell you guys I had to replace the point on this thing, the metal tip. I pulled the pin out one day, and there was glue on the tip, so I tried to grab the tip and pull the glue off with my fingers. And I pulled that whole metal top piece off. This little, like, pin thing at the end. Pulled the whole thing off. Couldn't believe it. And then it just let out blobs of glue. And I was like, son of a... My dogs do this thing in the morning where every new person who comes out of their room has to let them out. Like, oh my God, we haven't been out in hours. Please. We haven't been able to pee in forever. So Daddy just came out of his room and he went outside and they danced around like, oh, we haven't been out. Now, mind you, they were out twice with me already this morning. But, they bopped around with the whole, we haven't been outside in forever. So he takes them outside. Then he comes back in with them. And 20 minutes later, not even 10 minutes later, Sandy gets up and walks out here. And they start bopping around again. Oh my God, we haven't been out in forever. And so now she's trying to be nice, so she lets him out. And as soon as they get out there, they're like, hey, why are we outside? My mom, her dog, her service dog, used to go to the bathroom on command.
No.
6x4.
I'm not the treat dispenser. Just because I have steak in my hands.
She would take her dog outside and the dog would just stand there and then she'd go, let's go. Pee-pee-caca-poo-poo. Boom. Dog would do its business. Unbelievable. The funniest damn thing. Okay. Big journal card. Now, I did cut some stuff. Some fussy cuts last night. And of course, I printed them on tea-dyed paper, which is kind of a luxury you have if you have Amy paper that you can print on it. So many papers out there, you can't print on those. The tea dyed, the coffee dyed, and the stuff like that. You can't print on them. I don't know what it is, but they just won't run through the most printers. Amy paper, on the other hand, runs through the printer beautifully. Let's see. By the way, Etsy is not a place to try and get images for this kind of a journal. Yep. Because everybody and their mother on there is doing some kind of sexy witch thing. There's one that says that it's the Salem witches, and I looked at it, and it's just Victorian era sexy witch crap. And the only other one that has anything to do with Salem witches that I found, it's just all the same prints that you can get, anywhere free on the internet. And they're just popped onto a single sheet. Well, crap, I could do that. Watch me go, Oh. I'll tell you what, do you guys remember we did Carnival, right? We did that carnival journal for one of the Dark Macabres. Like we did like Scary Clown type carnival stuff. I looked on Etsy forever and ever and ever, and all I could find was one digital. Okay. Well, I was in there looking for something, and I don't remember what the heck it was, but it had nothing to do with clowns, haunted carnivals. I think I was looking for creepy people for Amy, or mug shots or something like that. And that was the term I used, like mug shots. I got like 16 different digitals with creepy clowns in them. I was like, are you kidding me? And I showed Amy, and she just lost it. She started laughing. Search vampires, and it comes up with like fairies. It's, I don't know what the deal is. Their search engine sucks. And I'm thinking about trying that new Maker's Market for just for my journals. Not the supplies, just the journals. And, if it stays true and it's just for handmade stuff, then that's cool. But if they do what Etsy did and start commercializing everything, you logged into my store and a price doubled. If there's something in my store that you want, Arlene, you tell me. I'll pull it out of inventory and sell it to you. Because I set my prices, and Etsy should not be changing them in any way. So if that's the fact, that's the case, that you logged in and there was something in there you wanted and it doubled in price, the only reason that something like that should have happened is if it was a sale item, like I had something that was like 40% off and the sale ended in between. But if you selected it before the end of the sale, you should have been able to buy it at the sale price. But that's the only time that Etsy can adjust my prices, supposedly. Huh. But yeah, if you go into my shop and you want something that's in my shop and there's some kind of an issue like that, I don't care who you are, you come to me and I'll pull it from the shop and sell it to you. Because, yeah, Mama don't mess around like that. Okay, so this is going to be a flip out. So we're just going to do a little bit here and put a paper clip on this so that it can, so it stays in, but it can flip out. And I have these. We're going to ink these. Okay. I'm going to do this one, but yeah. Hi, Jen. Yeah. All I know is that when I started using Etsy years ago, I used to make custom made robes and cloaks, and I do the Renaissance clothes and all that stuff, and I used to sell those on Etsy. Not that I would list a lot of stuff in there because those things are kind of one of a kind, and they're really made to fit a body, a specific person. So I would list like general things like cloaks and capes and adjustable things like doublets and things that can be adjusted because they're really not, they're pieces that are tied together. And so those things, I would put on Etsy. And back then it was like, they were like, is this handmade? It had to be handmade stuff. It couldn't be, small cottage business or anything like that. It had to be handmade. And I would get that, like, occasionally they would actually pull one of my listings and go, we don't think this is handmade. No, it's handmade. I made it myself. Thank you very much. And I actually send them a picture of the scraps that were left over. Here's the scraps. I actually did that. I sold quilts on there in a different shop. I sold my quilts on there. And I never had any problems with the quilts, to be honest. There was never any issues with those. But, unless I used, like, if I made like a Mickey Mouse quilt, then there was an issue because they would be like, this is copyright material. And I'd go, no, and I give them the whole argument. Well, no, because it's fabric that's made to create things. If I created a quilt from it, it's not covered under copyright because I'm using it for the purpose in which it was given, the purpose in which it was sold. They sold it. That gave me a limited contract to be able to use this in something that I was going to sell. This page is going to irritate me. So it was, kind of a back and forth. I'm going to grab some Excedrin, guys. My head's killing me today. I've been trying not to take this. I actually went like 8 days without it. And I took some yesterday because my head was hurting, and today it's killing me. So, but that's like the first time I've taken it in like a week, 5 days, something like that this time. But yeah, back then it was really cool. And, everything, it was really a marketplace for people that made homemade, handmade crafts. Not so much anymore. Now it's like very commercialized, even the commercials that they show to advertise the handmade market. All it shows is, the commercially made stuff. And it's irritating for people that actually are hand makers because you're trying to compete. And I don't care how good you are, let's be honest. Nothing handmade is ever going to look like a commercially made item, And so here's all these people, that are making stuff. And like my daughter makes some absolutely gorgeous crocheted items, like jackets and scarves and sweaters and shawls and things like that. Hi, Mari. Dice bags. For people that play role-playing games and stuff like that. And her stuff is gorgeous, but it really can't compete with commercially made products. And people get on there and they're like, oh, well, I got it on Etsy, so it's handmade. No, that's made in a factory. It's stuff they're buying in China and in India, and they're bringing it here and they're calling it handmade, and it's not. All right. We needed a black cat. So I cut out some of those too. I cut out some Harrys. Oh. No, but Harry's kitty. Okay. And then I have this one that we can use up here. Maybe. Nope, I don't want to use that one. I'm going to use this one. And I just got to find a thing for it, which is in there as well. Okay, let me look. There's got to be one in here. There's always one in here, right? Unless, of course, I've used them all up, in which case there isn't any in here. And it looks like I've used them all up because I don't see any in here. All right, let me. All right, we're going to put you on there then, too. Because you apparently want to be there. And let me grab a base. This is another make ahead thing that I think is worth making ahead. Your bases. Just makes life easier. All right, let me get this out of the way real quick because we're going to do a little work on this. Candy says, hi, Mike.
Hi, Candy.
Really now. Let me make a note for myself here. I have to make notes for myself or I forget things. Mari likes kitty cut. See, I have to make these notes. That way I can try and send something you like in your Happy Mail when I send it, you know? Who did I send Happy Mails to this month? That's a good question, right? Let's take a look. Who did I send them to this month? Miss Zoe. Patty Ann, Jamie, and Mari. You have a Happy Mail coming, Mari. All right. I need some stuff for this, so we're going to get out the little bits box, which has gotten quite large, actually. They're not little bits anymore. This is like, wah. Oh, come on. I know I have that in silver. There's some. Okay. Put that away. Our little bits box needs to get bigger, too. Mari says, hi, Hubbard.
Hello. Sorry, distracted.
Okay, I'm going to bring this up because it's really kind of the only way to do this. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about that bad little kitty.
Do we have a backup kitchen? Okay. Sandy. I'm. Aha. Nice to see it.
Sorry, I had to get the ketchup.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody in my family has a different ringtone, so I always know who it is before I answer the phone. And I have to get a new one because Buggy just got a phone. God help us. Well, each one of them is specific to the person. So, like Alex's is all about the bass. My son-in-law is the Gummy Bear song. Her significant other, my daughter's significant other, Will, his is Barking Dogs. My granddaughter, Shaylee, hers is from The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's the Oogie Boogie song. Because she's the Oogie Boogie. The Nightmare Before Christmas came out like right around the time she was born. And I told my daughter, I said, we're going to call her Oogie Boogie. And she says, why? I said, because that way she'll never be afraid of the dark. You can't be afraid of the dark if you're the person that creates the nightmares. So she's always, since the day she was born, been the Oogie Boogie. And then when her brothers were born, we told them that they couldn't have nightmares because the Oogie Boogie was their sister and she wouldn't allow it. And it's worked. Of course, we also did that whole, when my grandkids were little, when Shaylee was young, she started with that sticking her tongue out thing, when she was mad at you. And she came over to my house one day and she did it. And I looked at her and I said, oh, honey, I love you too. And she just looked at me like I had grown a third eyeball. And I said, well, that's what that means. So now in our house, when we want to say I love you, we stick out our tongue. And Dudes is the theme for Batman because his middle name is Wayne because his mom has a real big thing for Batman, and he loved Batman when he was a kid. So his is the Batman theme. And then Mike's is, Mike is calling. Mike needs to talk to you. He needs to talk to you. Mike is calling. You need to answer this phone because Mike wants to talk to you. And his, for me, the one that he has on his phone for me, and everybody at work used to tease him about it, is the Minions. I'm about to whoop somebody's ass. Because he's like, if my wife is calling me during work, somebody in my house is about to die. And he's just never changed it. It's always just been that. And yeah, he's right. If I'm calling him at work, somebody in this house is going to die. I'm out of bologna tape, guys. I apologize. So we're going to be, using white tape. I'm out of bologna. Can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the last of the... I have the really thin stuff, and I have the stuff that's wider than this. But this is all I have of this. I have to go to Michael's. What can I say? I'm lazy. And it looks like I have to go today. Yeah, everybody at work used to give Mike a hard time about it. They were like, ooh, Mike's in trouble, or somebody's gonna die. Because literally, like, Mike has worked at this company for 18, 19 years, something like that, 18 years. And in all those years, and only the last like 3 of it has been here. So figure 15 years that he's been with the company. He worked in the office. And the only time I ever called him at work was shortly after my mom had passed away. Well, my mom hadn't even passed away. She was sick in the hospital, I think. And she was still... Let me think. Yeah, it was the end of February. And we had gotten mail, and it was from Arizona, where his mother lived, and it was a certified letter. And I was like, what the hell? So I had I opened it to see what it was, because, it's a certified letter. It might be important. Let me get this taken care of. And it was a letter from the registrar's office that his mom had passed away. And I called him at work because I hadn't heard this before. And so I called him at work, and I was like, honey, did you know your mom died? Did you know your mother died? And he put his call on hold. And he went, what the do you mean my mother died? And his boss looked at him. And so now every time I call, if that phone rings and it plays that song, everybody's like, either somebody died or she gonna kill somebody. So yeah, when he was at work, he got a lot of crap on that one. But yeah, I give everybody a ringtone so that when I answer the phone, I know who it is. Because, like if I'm driving, I don't look at my phone. It just comes up on the stereo and I just hit, but if I hear the ringtone, I know who it is. So I can answer the phone and go, "Hi, baby." I have to be honest with you. My grandson, Buggy, he just got his phone. His last weekend was his first weekend with the phone. Bless you. He texted me like 10 times during the course of the week. "Hi, Bima. How are you? I love you. I miss you, Bima. I really want to come to your house." And I asked his mom, and she checked it, and I'm the only person he texts.
Not even me. I was disappointed in that, but that's okay.
He texts me. She's like, he doesn't even text me. He calls and leaves me a voicemail. Mari said, "Bless you." Arlene said, "Bless you."
Thank you, thank you.
It's Sandy. She's allergic to me. I give her hives. I'm not going to tell her I just sneak into her bedroom at night and sprinkle it with itching powder.
I know you don't do that, otherwise I'd know.
Would you, though?
Yes, I would.
I don't
For
think
the
so.
slightest tinkle in my room, I am awake and all night now. And then I'm happy camper.
You're not
Can't go
awake.
back to sleep.
You're not awake every time somebody comes in your room. I go in there all the time and go in the cabinet. You're just in there sawing logs. I thought Amy was going to fall out her chair the other day. We were outside with the dogs, and she realized Ozzy snores. She's like, "Is that Ozzy?" "Yeah." "Ginger snores too." It is just a symphony in my room at night. Yeah, I might grow. I'm melting. No, not for me. It would be, I'm growing. I'm growing. All right. Need some fallen leaves on my fallen leaves. Here we go. Take this out. Oh. I'm trying this. I don't think it'll work. Yeah, I didn't think so. So Amy and I started dashing last night. You know it had to happen, right? First night back, last delivery of the night. Amy goes up to deliver. Half naked person. Never fails.
Thanks for calling Cox Communications Business Technical Support. My name's Mike. How may I assist you?
She's using his work voice now.
Okay, well, what's that ticket number?
There we go.
Fantastic. Give me a hot second. Let me see what we got to work with.
Bye, Candy. All right. We have the last page, dude. Let's take a look at what we've done today. All right. We did 1, 2, 3, 4 inside. This one still needs a little work. This one needs a little work, and the back. And then we'll be done with this section. Then we have to do the last section, which is C, because I've already done B off camera. And we'll be ready to put this one together. I'm so excited. Actually, this worked for me. I might do this more often,
So,
where I do one
the site
section and we do
functional?
one section together, you know?
They're up, they're running.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
let me put this over here. Get this put away real quick.
Yeah.
Those go over there. All right. Let me get the book. Yeah, so Amy and I went out last night. We started dashing again. We only did like 3 hours or something like that. 7:30.
Okay, yeah, I'm just
about 4
reading
hours.
up the notes here.
Just because we wanted to get out and just kind of
so I'm just reading
ease
up
back
on
into
what
it.
you
You know, we didn't want to
All right,
slam ourselves.
Yeah, fantastic.
So,
I'll set it for 24-hour auto close, saying that
We
you guys found what you needed on site, and end user may go back to sales to get this changed over to a different handoff.
so we
But not,
we did 4 hours
yeah, no, it's not
on a
that
Thursday
important
night,
with
just
that
enough to pay
point.
for our
It's-
gas for the weekend,
It's sales doing their thing, you know. All right.
and just see
Yeah.
how it worked,
All
because
right,
we didn't
Willis,
want
we
to
appreciate the assistance in this matter. You have yourself a
overdo it
fantastic day.
the first night back, because we haven't dashed in
All right.
like a month,
Thank you.
because we were out for we took the week off before we left. We were gone for a week, and then it's been 2 weeks since we've been home. Hey babe, did you ever check my tire last night?
I have not had that opportunity.
So we were 4 weeks no dashing, and since we went on the trip, Amy's asthma has been kicking her butt. So I didn't want to wear her out, and I didn't want to wear myself out. So we just went for 4 hours last night. Just a nice, easy, light night. We made enough money to cover gas for the week, and now we can actually work. Amy is saving for a new computer. I am saving to go to Phoenix next month. I'm going to go to Phoenix and Tucson. So reality is I'm probably going to go to Tucson and then come back and go through Phoenix. But I might stop in Phoenix on the way because I'm weird like that. All right, so let's see what we got going on. This is Friday, so I'm not going to be live tomorrow. Sunday we'll do the feud. Monday you're going to have a video on a journal card that has some extra stuff to it. I think. I'm not sure. Something like that. Or it could be an accordion tag. I don't know. It's one or the other. But I'll be off on the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. I will be back. We're going to finish up the last page on this one and start the next section, which we should hopefully be able to finish on the 28th. I have scheduled a new kit video, and the kit will be available starting on the 28th, I think, or the 25th in the store. But it's really a cool little project. I'm not going to show you guys, though, because it's still a little far away. And if I show it, somebody will do it. And then it'll be, me following suit. So I hate that. Now, as for the project of the month, that is to alter something, whether that's a guest check, a poker chip, a puzzle piece, a playing card, whatever it is you want to alter. You're going to alter something, but your real challenge is to use burlap in doing that. And if you don't have burlap, use hemp. That's fine too. Let's see. And then the other thing we have going on, which is over in the Facebook group, is the ephemera swap, where we're going to swap photo books of ephemera. So far, I have Janice, Janie, Jennifer, Frances, Arlene, Adria, Patty Ann, Christine, Mari, Sandra, and Zena are all signed up. So if you're not signed up and you want to be signed up, make sure that you let me know at some point so that I can get you on here. Okay. We're going to do it in a round robin, so it doesn't matter how many participants we have. It shouldn't cost more than $3 to $5 to ship the package. Yeah, I'm just, this year, the whole challenge was about using things that we don't use every day, So I try to include things that we don't always use. I will tell you this, there's only, 2 months left in the year. There are not, and I repeat, not glitter in any of these, okay? You can decorate the cover if you want to. That's entirely up to you. If you want to just leave it, just maybe put some paper in there or something, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do. You want to put a piece of mixed media in there, whatever. Entirely up to you. Just remember, the only thing I'm really asking here is that you don't sit there and just fill this thing up with, like dollar store stickers or kid type stickers. That's the only thing I'm really asking. Do some honest die cuts. And when you get your person, think about them. What kind of things would they like? And maybe shift a little bit of what you got in that book to suit that person a little better, Like if you get Frances, make everything purple. No, I'm kidding. But she does love purple, So, you can kind of think about that. But you don't have to decorate it if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. All right. So that's it. That's all I have. Remember, give me a thumb one way or the other. I don't care. Either way. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost anything. Centipedes aren't going to walk on your face. You're not going to have good luck. No horse is going to kick you. None of that crap. You're just, you're going to subscribe to somebody. That's all that matters, right? And you won't forget anyway. You won't remember it anyway. Tomorrow you'll be like, what did I do yesterday? I don't know. Because, we've gotten to that age. If you have not, check out the community here on the YouTube channel. Scoot on over to the Facebook group. Links are in the description box below. Got all kinds of neat stuff going on over there. I've got prizes going out this week for Diane, for Sweetheart, because she guessed our mystery. It was kind of a cool one, and she really thought about it. She also joined me when we were doing the one of our murder mysteries, like Cold Case Detective. She joined me in one of those, and she was really helpful and real insightful in what we did. So, forced to be reckoned with. But check things out. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.
Bye. Burlap.